Salam and hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're all doing really well. So welcome to my latest video, which is a weekly meal prep video for our family of 8. So I prepare mainly dinner and a few things for breakfast. So first of all, I chopped a load of onions. I think it was about 8 onions, and cooked them in some oil to use for my meal prep, just to get the onion chopping out of the way in one go. So the first meal I prepared was a beef and Mediterranean veg. So this was just to go straight in the freezer. So all I wanted to do was chop up the veg. So I had some courgettes, some red onion, red and yellow bell pepper, and an aubergine. So once I chopped all the veg, I just mixed it up in a bowl, and then I marinated or coated the beef. So I've put all the ingredients on screen that I marinated the beef with. We've actually eaten all the meals, and in this video I show you how I cooked everything as well, just so you can see how our weekly meal prep is used up. So yeah, I put the beef cubes in a separate freezer bag. Yeah, the Mediterranean veg in a larger freezer bag, and just combined it. So there's our meal for one day. When I baked the meal, I put a layer of the veg and then a bit of foil and put the beef on top. And it was actually very tasty, mashallah. We had it with probably some rice. Yes, rice. Next, I prepared some tandoori drumsticks, some chicken drumsticks. I do this quite often, but I got some drumsticks with some skin on. Yeah, I was just putting some slits in the chicken so that when I coat them or marinate them, the flavoring really gets soaked in. So again, the ingredients are on screen for what I coated my chicken drumsticks with. Once the marinade was ready, I just popped the drumsticks in and coated them well in the marinade, and then popped it all in a freezer bag. So on the day that I was cooking it, I took it out early in the morning, and by evening it was all defrosted, popped it in the oven for around 45 minutes at 200. Juices from the chicken drumsticks, coated with some olive oil, and popped that under the grill. I made like a chili chutney thing on the side. So I've got some tomatoes, a green chili, coriander, lemon juice, and whatever else I put in there. And then I just blended that until it was kind of smooth. And yeah, it was a lovely little chili sauce on the side. Again, we had it with some plain boiled. I'm getting hungry looking at that now. Gosh. Don't edit your meal prep videos when you're hungry, love, I said to myself. Next, I made a keema or mincemeat curry and I added some chickpeas in. So really straightforward. Brown the mince, drain it of any excess water once it's browned or dry the water off. I was chopping 4 tomatoes and I was going to add passata, but I thought I'd add some fresh tomatoes instead. So I wanted them nice and smooth, so I put them in the chopper and blended them. And there's the salt and all the spices that I added in. So once the mince had kind of dried off, I added in the extras, so the garlic and ginger paste, a load of onions. The onions that I'd cooked already, I just used them for all my meals, and the meal prep, it was a lot easier and it saved my eyes from crying. Then I added the tomatoes, spices, salt, mixed it all in. And once that had kind of cooked, I added in the chickpeas from the tin, the cooked ones. Don't get raw ones because you'll be there forever waiting for them to cook. And there our mincemeat. And some Greek style natural yogurt. Next up, I made this lovely creamy chicken and mixed veg curry. I do use frozen veg, which is kind of not ideal because it's frozen and not totally fresh, but it was really tasty. And it's just a quick meal, isn't it? So I chopped up a load of chicken breast and then cooked that in a pan with a little bit of oil. Added in the frozen mixed veg and just kind of cooked that until it was no longer frozen. Once the chicken and the mixed veg looked like it had cooked a bit and any excess water had dried off, I added in all the other ingredients. So spices, salt, I blended tomatoes again, just mix that all together. This meal was actually really tasty, especially with the double cream that I added to make it nice and creamy. Uthman, my only slightly fussy child about food, he didn't like the peas in it. So again, we had it with some boiled rice. And then I made some mozzarella kebabs. These were really tasty, mashallah, definitely a lovely little treat food, you know. So I made the kebab mixture how I normally do with all the ingredients that are on screen. And then lay out a sheet of grease-proof paper or baking paper and then just flatten the kebab mixture on there. I used a bowl or like a large plate to make the kebab shapes, and I made them bigger than normal because I was going to put mozzarella in the center, and once you fold the meat around it, it makes the kebab smaller. So if I made it how I usually make my kebabs, they would have been tiny. So that's why I used the plate or the bowl. And then once you put the mozzarella in the meat, just shape the meat around the mozzarella and then flatten it again into the round kebab shape. And just keep repeating that process until you've used up all of the mixture. So we managed to make, I think, 7 kebabs, and I had a teeny tiny kebab left over for Haroon. So I actually fried these, which is really healthy, I know. But you can bake them, I guess. They'd be nice like that as well. We had them as... So I was just preparing the burgers. How delicious do they look, mashallah. And I was just showing you the mozzarella inside. Ooh, yummy. Oozing out, not quite, but still looks delicious. And then I thought I'd make I run out of ideas really quick, so I thought I'd make a couple of breakfast things. I just made some pancakes or crepes and some egg muffins. So first of all, I sorted out the pancake mixture, which is dead simple. And I made like a big batch. I think it made 14 pancakes. So I just cooked the pancakes and then I actually put them into a freezer bag, but I didn't put them in the freezer, I put them in the fridge because I plan to use them a few days after. So I thought they'd be fine in the fridge, but I'm sure they're fine frozen. Well, I have checked online and they're fine to be frozen. And I thought I'd make these egg muffins. So I was going to bake the egg mixture, so I thought I'd add a few ingredients in there. So I chose to add a spring onion, a tomato, and a couple of mushrooms because that's what I had in the house. And yeah, I was just chopping everything up. And then I added in 8 eggs, so like 1 egg per muffin. I was going to make 8 muffins. Added in a bit of salt and coarse black pepper. It's for breakfast, so you don't need really strong flavors or too many spices unless you feel like it, guys. I ain't gonna stop you, especially if you're Asian. It's got to have spices every meal, hasn't it? Yeah, so I just poured it into an oven dish and baked it for around 25 minutes, I think it was, until it looked like it was fully baked. And then I cut the baked egg mixture into 8 slices and then assembled the egg muffins. So I added some cheese slices, the egg mixture, a slice of salami, and yeah, it was actually really tasty. The kids enjoyed it. It's similar to like the McDonald's egg muffins that you get. Well, I've never actually had one from McDonald's, but it looks similar, even though the egg mixture is a little bit different, I think. I don't know. Don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So we had it one morning and I basically just reheated it in the microwave. Had it with me mug of tea. And finally, I thought I'd make like a fish meal, so I just thought I'd bake some fish. And I basically just coated it with whatever. Let's just put the fish in whatever. It did taste nice though, mashallah. So yeah, I coated it with whatever was on screen. And then popped all the fish pieces into a freezer bag. And then on the day, again, took it out early in the morning. I don't need to repeat myself, do I? But just in case you didn't get it. I spread the fish pieces onto some foil on an oven tray. Baked that for around 30 minutes. And we had it with some spaghetti, just to be different. Just for a bit of variety. The extra juices from the fish that we baked, I put it into the spaghetti. And we had some sweet onion relish on the side, which was really tasty as well, mashallah. Anyway, that was our week of meat. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed or appreciated it. Inshallah, see you really soon. Take care. Salam. Bye.